Welcome back, everyone. Some more gold mining. Well, as you can tell, there's actually some gold sitting on the mats. We're sitting at 11% right now, and we're still, well, we're chewing through the ground, actually. I wouldn't say we're, just starting a small hole here. We're venturing forth into a new world of tomorrow. But I figured, I was waiting for some more extra numbers on some paperwork. I figured, why not do a little stream? I mean, I don't have too much more numbers for this estimate to figure out. It's just I'm a little stuck on a couple things. I just need to verify some information on shipping costs for the flooring and verify the cost of the polystyrene kit for around the tubs round. Oh, and of course, potentially getting a vanity for that. So yeah, that's about the only information I require for that whole entire estimate. But unfortunately, until I get those numbers, I can't finish it. So I figure I'm going to get it sometime today. But in the meantime, it's like, well, crap. I was planning all day today to be the work on the estimate time. So here we are. And Puppy, unfortunately, is spending some quality time in his crate because he was being a berserk puppy this morning. And it was weird because I was working on my computer doing the estimate and everything else, and he was a really good pup. He was just laying down, being calm and cool. I said, okay, well, you're a good pup. I'll take you outside. And took him outside, no issues there. Brought him back inside. I figured, okay, well, I'm going to go back outside and make a phone call, which was for one of the things I needed for the estimate. Was outside for 20 minutes. And the reason why I like to go outside is because there's less interference in the house for the cell phone call, and I can actually hear the call. I know, weird concept, right? So I was gone for 20 minutes. I come inside, and hell broke loose. Literally, hell had broken loose. Puppy had decided at that precise moment that he knew exactly what he was doing, and being basically a defiant teenager. It looked like he threw a house party is basically what it was. He decided at that precise moment that a lamp didn't need a plug-in on the end of it anymore, and he chewed it off. And then he carried the lamp across the house. Didn't manage to break it too bad. I can fix it, so that's not bad. He destroyed a coaster. Absolutely chewed the hickory wood coaster I made 20 years ago completely apart, which not really good because I know I used lacquer and everything, so I'm monitoring his health a little bit too, but he seems to be fine. He's not too disrupted by chewing that. Then his blanket out of his crate was screwed across the house. He managed to knock everything off of one table. I'm not sure how. I don't even know how he got up there. Just total chaos for 20 minutes. That was only gone for 20 minutes, and it's like, okay, I was working on my computer, you were fine. What the hell changed? It's like crack cocaine puppy. And I'd say that is an example, because, well, I've seen tweakers before, and that's almost what they're like. But I don't do drugs. So I don't have anything like that around. Nor do I actually keep any medication out, to be honest, because I don't want any pet to take it, because that's not good for the pet. But B, if it's my medication, I don't want anybody else taking it, let alone a dog or a cat. So, you don't leave stuff like that out. I don't have kids yet, but I mean, it's good practice anyways, because you don't want your kids taking it either, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what the possession thing was all about. Like, all of a sudden, just complete bonkers. Unless that's typical puppy behavior. I don't know. Freaked the cat out anyways. The cat didn't want anything to do with it, and that's weird because, I mean, no, it isn't, because Fuzz is actually a fairly well-behaved cat. He's not El Destructo cat. He likes his possessions. He also doesn't like Puppy touching his possessions, so yeah. They were having some strong words after he was put in the crate, as Fuzz made a mention of it. So, and then of course I took him out at lunch. Refused to go to the bathroom. Refused to eat. Lunged to attack me, and it's like, yep, nope, you haven't settled down yet. You're back in the crate. I want to keep him in the crate. That's the problem. I want him out. I want him to explore the world. I want him to sniff things. I want him to, learn what it is to be a dog. You can't do that inside the crate, but at the same time, I did finally get him settled down to a point where I could take him outside to go to the potty. He did that. Begrudgingly, but he did that. I got some food into him, and he begrudgingly slowly ate it, staring at me. And then he would try to go bonkers again, and then I basically went, nope, back in the crate. And he actually went into the crate himself and just sort of stared at me like, fine, but I won't like it. Oh god. I don't know. I don't understand. I told this to the girlfriend and told her what was going on. I said, I don't understand. Like, I mean, we have a trainer coming in and, basically teaching us how to do stuff, right? And I texted him and said, well, this is what happened, and, like, this is normal. He completely ignored the commands that we're trying to train him in that, and he goes, no, something else is going on. And he says, you didn't get into it? Well, I said, well, I don't know. You did kind of eat the cord. I don't know what the cord's laced with. I don't know. It says it's made in Taiwan. I don't know. Had that lamp for 20 years. Couldn't tell you. So he's going to come out and try to figure it out too. He says either that or he's just really testing his boundaries. And this was a way of defiance. Which, I guess, thinking about it now that I'm cooled off a bit and whatnot, I'm thinking more along the lines of that being more logical. Of, yes, he's a puppy and he is testing his boundaries. Seeing what he can get away with, or not. In this case, not, because once I did find out, it was like, no. In the crate. In the crate. And of course, today's a wicked day anyways, because, I mean, everything that's going on in Mexico, I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination. You guys all know this, ones that watch me anyways. I am not religious, but you do kind of have a sensibility to you to really hope for the best for those that are down there and whatnot. I even have an aunt and uncle that's in Cancun right now, and they're looking at ways of getting out sooner than their vacation was allowing them to. So yeah, no, this has actually become more of a critical issue, and I mean, it's stressing me out a little bit thinking about it, because, well, you don't want anything to happen to your loved ones, regardless of who or what they are, right? It's you don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, and it's unfortunate that what's going on is happening in the first place, but it's nuts out there. We are venturing in a world or age that I'm not entirely comfortable with, and I've seen shit. Like, I'm not saying I'm like 500 years old, but I'm also not in my 20s anymore. Well, I haven't been for a long time, but I won't say my exact age, because I am old. Older than probably most people that watch this. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so I've seen stuff in my life that I've done things in my life that I may not be necessarily proud of, but I mean, what's going on right now is just, I have no words for it. The world is literally going to pieces in a very short period of time. And it really kind of sucks. I don't know what everyone else's take is on it, but this really sucks. Because we kind of, the ones that are, I don't know what you would consider us, level-headed or common sense or whatnot, I guess we just kind of have to stick together and ride it out and see where we go, because I don't know anymore. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that something really catastrophic and bad is going to happen. I hate to be the negative nanny that tells the world this, but I don't know. You kind of have that weird feeling. It's like, seriously, this is not right. There's something going on. And I hate to also sound like a conspiracy theorist, because I mean, the worst thing you can ever have is a bad rumor. Because a bad rumor, the reason why they call it that is because there's hints of truth to it, but it's very vague. So even though there's hints of truth to it, it actually can really cause chaos. And the worst part is most people don't know what the actual hints of truth are. So, you know, that vague description is what could absolutely 100% destroy relationships, can destroy countries, everything. Like, worst thing you can ever do is have a rumor about something. So that's why you have to be careful what you do and say nowadays. I don't know, maybe with my old age, I just see things for how they are. And again, it's kind of bad, because as you see things the way you are, you kind of lose hope, you kind of lose focus, and that's one of the worst things you can ever do, because simply put, you get into this really dark place in the way you think about things and the way you do, and yada yada yada. Nothing is great anymore. There's no sunshine, lollipops. Everything is shit. You know, it is actually a horrible mindset once you get stuck in it. So, I mean, you try to have positivity in what you do and in where you go, and it really, like I said, it really kind of sucks. So that's why we're still here. Anybody that needs to talk, because things happen in their life that really sucks and everything else, I'm always here for you guys. If you guys just need to talk or whatnot, send me messages. Follow all my stuff. Pop on when I come on at random variation of times. I won't be on tonight, unfortunately, for my normal live stream for Monday nights, as I am doing something different. I got invited to a little, I'm not even sure what you'd call it. Not really convention. It's just our local area. I live in a very small farming community, if those that don't know. And I was invited recently to basically collaborate with a bunch of locals and whatnot. And I got invited to one of their meetings, and I actually agreed. I kind of went, not a bad idea. It's no different than YouTube. When you don't have a whole lot of friends. Like, I got a few friends, but they don't do YouTube or whatnot like that. It's fine, you can collaborate and everything else, but when you don't have that, it's sometimes difficult, right? It's no different than that in the real world. One of the biggest things, if you want to be a successful business, is you've got to be able to have work relations, good friendships, got to be able to collaborate and stuff like that. And for the most part, I'm a bit of a social butterfly, for those that actually do know me. So I do actually spend a fair bit of time going around, having conversations with my neighbors and stuff like that. and being able to have a meeting. I mean, there's not terribly many people showing up in this one. Mind you, it is in February. But there's probably going to still be good 20, maybe 30 people show up there. A little refreshments, coffees, teas, things like that. The girlfriend's actually coming with me for it. And I said, well, it's a good way for her to get to know the community a bit, for one thing. But it's also good for her, too, because, I mean, she's struggling in her work area. She can't actually find work. That's the work area that she's having problems with. You go to school for, I don't even want to know how many years law degrees take. But yeah, she goes to school for years and years and years in a law degree. And she comes out of it planning to find work and can't. There isn't. All the jobs for that particular field are either temporary workers or experienced personnel that are older than Hales but don't hire anyone or anything like that. It's really difficult to find a job. Even me, I'm on tough times right now, but work is starting to pick up again, and it was just that little hump at first that was really bad this year, and now I'm starting to pick up jobs again and stuff like that. So the stress and the worries are starting to go down. I got a lot of bills to pay, but I'll get there. I know I will. I got lots of good friends. Lots of good friends that are actually helping advertise for me for free, so that's huge. Hoping maybe I can have a good conversation with a couple of my neighbors, and maybe they can help too. And that's the whole point of this meeting, is just help each other. It's a good message. Like, it really is. I'm all for it, because it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe they can help me. Maybe I can help them. Maybe there's something out there that they're going, we didn't know that we needed help, but, we really could, or something like that. Or, what do you think about this? Well, here's what I would recommend. This, and this, and this. And it's that collective group of being there for each other, and it also builds really good relations too. So if you're ever in a need in a local area, people that are really quite good with each other all of a sudden can go, okay, well, I'm just going to call up so and so and see if they can help. Or all of a sudden we drive down the road and it's like, holy crap, they look like they need help, and zoom, away we go. It's like, okay, so and so's in trouble, I'll get help, and yada yada yada. It is amazing how interconnected we actually all are. And I actually didn't even know there was any of these meetings for our local community going on, so I'm actually looking forward to it, to be honest. I don't really know what to expect, but at the same time, I'm really kind of excited to see what the community can offer and what I can maybe offer to the community. I mean, even charitable work. I don't mind doing some charitable work once in a while, because I have the weird philosophy of what comes around goes around, and 9 times out of 10, if you tend to help out somebody in need, when you need that help, they're the first people there to help. So I have nothing against doing a little charitable deeds once in a while. I just wish some of them would actually help out more often. There are some out there that you do charitable deeds to, and then what you find out afterwards, it's like, well, they didn't get off their ass and do fuck all. They're still in the same shape they once were. Well, this pit is getting more pity. I don't know if I can really... Well, I mean, I could maybe eventually dig down, but at a certain point, because this is competition, we'll just reclaim it and go again. I mean, I'm getting close. I'm at 2.3 million, so we're getting relatively close to achieving our first major development, which is buying the claim. This will be a major cleanup that will unfortunately have to deal with. I don't have to do any more magnetite. We have successfully upgraded everything, so now it's just a pain process of dealing with it. So we're not dealing with it. At this point in time, we are just going to keep on digging what we can. These are about 2,000 ounce claims currently, so I'm just going to quickly take a look. Yeah, the ones I'm basically working on are close to $2,000 a piece. The ones in behind are still 16 and 18. These are 380 and 400. So yeah, I mean, compared to what's there, yeah, there's still 300 or 400 down there, which is probably 2 or 3 meters. I can't get at it. Kind of like, oh well, what do you do, right? I'm just gonna keep digging down and back. It is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over it. We'll just keep digging what we're doing and see how far we get. I'm kind of hoping, because we'll go for a little bit longer here. We're having good conversations and whatnot. We're up to 15%. I mean, when we wash this up, I'm kind of almost expecting between 3,000 to 5,000, at least right now, currently. Hoping for actually quite a bit more, but I was hoping as a really high note, we'd be close to that 10,000 ounce. I mean, 10,000 ounce would get us, I think, on the board. We'd be within that 100 ounce range again. Or the hundreds. Not the 100 ounce range. Excuse me, I did not want to spin into a Zahal. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping actually Wednesday will be my new start date for my new job. My new contract, anyways. Not really a new job. I know my job. I do my job well. I have for years. It's actually kind of hard to explain. Trying to explain to my girlfriend. She goes, well, how many years have you actually been doing this stuff? And I said, well, the business is 15 years old. This year. Yeah, it's still struggling. Don't get me wrong. I've had a lot of bad go on lately, so unfortunately it's been affected my business too. But a lot of family health drama, personal health drama. I've had some issues, personal health lately, so that hasn't helped. As it turns out, as you get older, you're not invincible anymore. I know, right? Yeah, when you're in your 20s, you're invincible. When you're in your 30s, the first 5-6 years of your 30s, you're like, I can do this. I'm still really good, right? Nothing's affecting me much. I don't know what happens, but as soon as you turn like 35, the light switch goes on and all of a sudden things start breaking. When your dad says, oh, you wake up and go, that's new. He's right, unfortunately. You literally do wake up and go, well, that's a new problem. Didn't think I'd ever have that issue. And it's just random crap. Like, one day I woke up with a Charlie horse in the back of my calf. Never had that before. Just completely random. And then another day I had I guess you could call it almost a phantom pain, but I had a phantom pain go up my wrist into my freaking elbow, and that freaking hurt. And then I was staring at the aspirin going, should I take a couple of extra strength aspirin? Maybe that might help. Then it went away. It just went away. Haven't had it since. No idea what that was. Oh, and the random foot pain the other day. I had one toe, just one random toe, one in the middle. Just all of a sudden, get really itchy and then start aching. And then an hour later, it was fine. It was gone. I'm going, why? Like, why? Why was that a thing? Why did that randomly hurt? No idea. And 40s, magical 40s. Yep, that's when things really start going downhill. Like I said, 35 to 40, you just start noticing random effects starting to happen. Like, yep, didn't hurt yesterday, does hurt today. Not sure why, but that's a new one. And then, as soon as you hit 40, that's the real freaking magic number. You, 39 years old, you have invincible attributes like you have amazing sight, 20/20 vision. You wake up when you're immediately 40 and you're blind, and you're going, what? The hell is this? Yeah, yep. Welcome to the club. Then there's also other issues that had started to happen, like, it wasn't that long ago that you were able to lift this item way above your head and hold it there for several hours. Now you're going, I'm barely able to hold this above my head for several minutes. And you're going, I have no idea. I have no understanding of what is happening to my body right now. Or the other thing, the asshole. Let's have a little conversation about that attribute that's randomly showed up. When you're in your 30s, well, even when you're in your 20s, you have that magical ability that your asshole is one of the smartest parts on your body, where it can differentiate 3 different components. It can differentiate between gas, liquids, and solids, which is pretty miraculous, right? When you hit 40, you now question whether or not that is gas. Is it a liquid? Probably. Because it's definitely not going to be a solid. Oh, in the days of you only going to the bathroom once? Nope. You're now up to 10 to 15 times a day for random things, because you start questioning why you're starting to realize that that's maybe gas, maybe not. So you go just in case it isn't. Because there's now a saying of, don't trust the fart. Well, it's true. Don't trust the fart. You're just gonna do a text here. Alright, and it's just the girlfriend, just checking on the pup. Well, the pup had a moment of aggression right before the stream, because I decided, okay, well, I don't want him, going in the crate without going to the bathroom, so I took him out. It was fine, basically, when I went out. He did eat most of his lunch, so, good. I don't want him to be starving or anything like that. I want him nice and healthy. I want a good, healthy pup. Then he decided lunging at me with teeth first and lunging at the cat was a good idea. I don't like being lunged at, especially teeth first with growling. And so I went, nope, back in the crate. And he went back in the crate. And it's like, fine. Begrudgingly, but fine. I really think it's like a teenage years. I don't know what's going on, but is this what it's like having teenagers in your house? Just asking for a friend. Actually, asking for myself, that's a better question. And have you guys actually noticed something? We've now been streaming for what, 2 months now on the new setup, and we have not actually missed a single stream. Versus our old guys, we were constantly breaking down, falling apart, having random spikes of lag, skipped frames like galore, where I was skipping like 40,000 frames within a half an hour period or stuff like that. And you're going, like, what the actual frack is going on? I mean, I've got a basic simple system set up. I'm basically running OBS. Built it myself, what I want on it, not based on what everything else is on. So all my settings and everything I set up, they're not pre-designated or anything like that. They're all my settings. I think for the most part I've got her dialed in pretty good. You guys can tell me otherwise, because I mean, quality wise it looks pretty good. The 30 FPS is a lot shorter than the 60 FPS we were doing, but at the same time I'm also not lagging near as bad. Total time right now, CPU's at 2%, GPU's at 0.1. We've dropped 81 frames over how much time? I mean, you're gonna have some random drops once in a while. Okay, what are we actually up to? Anybody actually take a look at the mats? Oh, we're at 18%. That's not bad. That's going to be a good cleanup. Oh yeah, I still get dirt in the bucket. Don't put it back in the hood, you moron. I can totally see myself doing that. Yeah, like, ooh, yes, I should probably put that back in there and then dig it up again. And, you know, doubling the amount of time that I played in this hole. Should we get lots of gold? No, I think I'll just play in the hole for a while. I mean, I think we are getting a fair bit of gold. I have not done a cleanup for a while. I did one cleanup right after setting it up just to make sure everything worked, and I think that was like 3% of the plant, and I got 1,000 ounces. Granted, it was the start of this hole, but it was 1,000 ounces. So I mean, we did actually dig some dirt out of here. I still question whether or not I'm getting close to my 10,000. But we have done 4 frickin' holes now. On averaging probably 1,800 a hole. So we might be around 72? Maybe 72%? I'm gonna say maybe 72%. Or not percent, to 7,200 ounces. Yes, you know, the percent of the ounces. They're the same thing, you know. They're really the same thing. I know what everyone's worried about. Oddly enough, we're actually getting close to finishing those 2 as well. So, my original one. Alright, hang on. Even the girlfriend's trying to figure it out, going, it's so weird. Like, he's usually the best puppy. Like, literally, he is always, like, the best behaved puppy. I mean, yeah, okay, sometimes it gets a little chaotic, but he's a puppy. He's in play mode. Let puppies be puppies. I mean, I kind of expect to get scratched and bit once in a blue moon. But I don't like being constantly attacked, is the basic thing. And that's why we got a trainer in. But all of a sudden today, it's like, challenge accepted. I'm going to push my boundaries. Which, again, that's kind of... I kind of almost feel like he's getting out of the puppy stage and he's going more into the teenage stage. And for those that don't know, I mean, cats are one thing. Cats, it's like, okay, well, screw you, screw the man. I'm just going to be a cat over here and do my cat things, right? I cannot get up this hill. But a dog, it's basically like testing boundaries, testing what my human will let me do. If he doesn't let me do it, I'm doing it anyways, and I'm going to destroy it because then he can't use it. And that is 100% total teenager behavior with dogs. Once they get into adults, it's completely different. It's completely backwards again and going, all right, sorry that I misbehaved. I wasn't truly me. I was just testing my boundaries. And now it's like, huh? The hell did I just miss? But yes, no, you can definitely see it. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to go backwards on my hill. There we go. My hill was causing me problems. Okay. Can I... Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. This is actually the first day I've ever seen him actually physically, like, basically, not really the hackles up, but he bared his teeth and, like, growled. It's like, no. That behavior ain't gonna fly right now. Nope. In the crate. No. That's, no. We don't act like that. And then he lunged towards the cat, which I don't like anyways. I don't want to ever see the cat hurt. I want to see the dog hurt. I love my pets. I always try my best for my animals. I mean, is that what you're always supposed to do? I mean, I treat them just as like I would treat a child. Actually, probably better, to be honest. Because the difference between a child and a dog or a cat is, dog or cat can never get past a certain stage, all right? The kid will evolve eventually. But same thing applies. You gotta nip the bad out of them quick. That way they actually learn and don't do it again. Some ways I think I didn't ever. Nope, we're almost at 20%. Oh, cool. I got one of the emails. I love my distribute, guys. Anytime that I need anything, whether it's a quote or I'm ordering material for the flooring or anything, these guys are awesome. I am totally spoiled by them. I'm honest when I say that, because, I mean, it seems like it doesn't matter. I can phone them, I can email them. Even if I email them in the middle of the night going, hey, I just got this. What do you guys think? What can you do for me? It's like within a few hours, even in the middle of the night, it seems. It's like, oh, yeah, sure, we can work on that. We'll get that right to you as soon as possible. And it's like, God, I wish everyone else was like you guys. Before anyone says, oh, they're probably a call center in the Middle East or something. No, they're not. They're actually a local company. And that's actually probably one of the best features of them is they're a local company and they try to work with locals. And I mean, most of the time what I do too is on my emails. It's like, hey, there's no rush to this, guys, but you know, when you can, could you give me a quote? And it's like, yep, no problem. Within a couple hours, yep, here we go. It's okay. This is awesome. Wow, we really are chewing through the ground. That's both good or bad. We chew through the ground quick. That means we can go quicker. I don't know. Oh, it is a conundrum. It's actually kind of bothering me too. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and that's the worst part. So I'm really kind of worried. At the same time, I don't want to like message the vet and say, okay, this is what's going on. Is this something to worry about? Because if it's nothing, then I look like an idiot. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Well, that's what? 21%? That's 21% sitting on the mats. Or 20%. I couldn't quite tell. Was that 20 or 21? Alright, I think I can go back to the other corner again. You know, you don't realize how big this excavator is until you actually start working on stuff. And then you realize we did have the large one for a little while. And I mean, it was big, like you were moving dirt and whatnot, but it doesn't move dirt like this thing does. And of course, I'm kind of worried too about my aunt and uncle in Mexico. But I know that my uncle, being that he is a world traveler, he has done a lot of traveling in his life over the years. That I know he's going to be safe. Yeah, that is a major plus too, is being able being that world traveler, you kind of know what to look for random stuff that shows up. Yeah, like I just sent my girlfriend a message. I said, I don't know. It's just really odd behavior. I don't know what's wrong. And if I don't know what's wrong, I don't know how to fix it. That's the problem. I'm kind of Mr. Fix-It. I've always done that in life. I've tried to fix relationships. I've tried to fix broken crap. I mean, that's what I do. I'm a troubleshooter. I try to fix things. Even if it's not my freaking problem to fix, I tend to fix it anyways. Or, well, I mean, that could be an issue too. And simply put, that is maybe he's just didn't get enough sleep. I mean, it is true. Puppies need 18 to 20 hours sleep. Maybe he didn't get any sleep or whatnot, and well, it was 20%. And he just didn't have enough sleep, and he's apparently an angry little dude that doesn't get enough sleep. He gets angry. I don't know. Oh, and then of course there's the other issue that's bugging me too. And that's my poor cousin. he's had nothing but bad luck lately. I mean, he's had good luck trying to help his parents. For those that don't know what the situation is, found out last year when my mom died that his dad was basically one day away from the same issue. Except the difference was mom never drank, whereas his dad was apparently a very heavy drinker for a while. And he basically drank himself into oblivion. Unfortunate. So yeah, he basically stepped in and took over and got his dad help and everything else, which, I mean, amazing son to be able to do that for his parent, right? And everything like that. So, I mean, good on him. And then, of course, the latest issue is, well, he has a rental property. He rented it out to what he thought was a mature university kid. The kid absolutely destroyed the house, basically. Had to get insurance involved. There's like $18,000 to $20,000 damage that this kid did. And it was stupid things like flushing potatoes and crap down the drain, and the drain clogging and blowing up, and it's freezing. Oh, it's a mess. That's a good question. It could be. I mean, I'm not going to say it isn't, because, I mean, I do kind of think the pup does have a bit of FOMO, like a fear of, uh, not being in the group type thing. He has that fear that he's going to miss out on something. Fear of missing out is basically FOMO, right? So he's constantly staying awake to see what's going on, what's happening. He's basically a child. They don't want to go to sleep because they might miss something, and that usually happens when grandparents are over and they're excited. They lack sleep, and I mean, a puppy is no different than a child. You need way more sleep than the rest of us. Like, I mean, the rest of us, 7 to 8 hours sleep is prime. So I don't know. I don't know how to. I know technically they got to be puppies have to be stimulated and everything else, and maybe that's the problem. Is I mean, it's been -40 lately again. It's been really cold, so I haven't been able to take them out to go for walks. We haven't been able to do any of that. So maybe I'm just not tiring the puppy out enough. Like, he needs more walkie walks or something. I don't know. If anybody has any advice out there, I'm open. I wouldn't say I'm out of my league, but kind of am. I'm not afraid to admit it. So if anybody's got any tips or tricks on how to, tire out a black lab, I know he's a black lab. That's most of his defining features, but we've had a couple people say that he could be border collie mix, which I mean that's a possibility, which is nuts because they are very high energy. There's also possibilities. A couple people say that he does have a bit of defining lurchiness to him, like he's a bit broad in the chest, and they're saying that's a possibility for Cane Corso. I'm not sure about that one, but I mean, he is a bit broad in the chest. He's lanky, but he's broad in the chest, and he is growing like a champ. I mean, that pup went from, like, in a month and a half of owning him, going from like 16 pounds to just under 38. I mean, that is substantial growth. Like, I've never heard of exceptional growth like that, but then again, one of my mechanics buddies has a Black Lab Corso mix, and this dog is like 9 months old and is what the hell did he say, like 90-pound dog? And I'm going, that's a pretty big pup. That's a big boy. He says, yeah, that he stood basically like knuckles dragging on the ground, going, oh, you need protection? I give protection. But then again, there's also another feature that another guy said with the picture, going, well, there's another possibility, especially the way his legs look. Like, his back end is taller than his front end. I went, I never noticed that before, but yeah, it is. I went, that sort of kind of looks like aspects of a Great Dane. And I'm going, oh crap, if he's Black Lab and Great Dane, holy crap, this thing's going to... Mongo! I mean, it'd be entirely appropriate for what I am. I mean, I basically am Lurch. Not even joking, even. I mean, when I say I'm a big guy, I shit you not, I'm a big guy. just going to quickly take a friggin' gander here. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, okay. That might actually be helpful. Apparently in the afternoon, there needs to be enforced naps. I don't think we've been doing that. And the comment I had was they don't voluntarily take naps. You basically have to put them in the crate and say it's nap time. Otherwise, they don't. That actually might be a helpful hint. So, I don't know. How long do I keep them in there? Like a couple hours? Or like... Oh, so basically my 2-hour stream in an afternoon type thing, if I'm around, is ideal. That's ideal? Okay. Oh, well, there. See, I'm still able to learn something. I guess I'm not as stubborn as I once thought I was. I mean, that is actually really helpful advice. I do appreciate that. That is actually very helpful. I might actually mention that to the girlfriend real quick. We can do these things, you know. Okay. I mean, I guess I haven't been doing that. I'll honestly say that right now. I have not been enforcing nap time. So, right now, say, as a prime example, this is the first time he's actually been in the crate, basically, in the afternoon. So, because he's been so chaotic, I can't control him, so I put him in the crate. And apparently that's good. Apparently the one message I got was, yeah, no, you gotta... They won't normally do it on their own. You physically have to put them in the crate for a couple hours and force them to have a nap time. So, that's new to me. I don't normally have cats, so, I mean, cats naturally go, most of their days are voluntary nap times. I mean, Fuzz probably sleeps 16, 18 hours just because he can. And he enjoys it because it's like, yeah, I had my after dinner nap. I think I'll have a after dinner poop nap. Then I might have a lunchtime nap, and then I'll have a walkabout for 20 minutes, stare at the birds and everything else. That'll tire me out for another nap. I guess the dog just needs to take after the cat. Going, nap time. I like nap time. Nap time's good. I can dream about all the birdies I'm going to catch. Or not. It's actually kind of strange because Fuzz, my big Norwegian cat, he doesn't normally purr, but the last few days I've actually got him to purr, and it's actually quite something. And boy, is he lovable. Like, I mean, it's like when he gets a chance to be lovable now, it's like, I'm taking it. I'm going to be cute and cuddly and more lovable. They are going to love me to death. And holy crap for Soft. Although bath time is fun, we got to make sure to lock the door so the cat can't come in. Because otherwise, his sharks. He likes water, and he likes to shark the dog. I mean, that's hilarious because the dog is a land shark on the couch. So, yeah. I swear the two take notes with each other. Yeah, no, so that might be the reason for the destruction, too. I didn't know this, honestly. I did not know this. So, I mean, this is all good information. It's nice knowing there's people out there that actually have been there and have done it and is willing to tell me the secrets of life and why Puppy might be so chaotic that I can't control him or do anything with him. I mean, granted, I know puppies are a lot of work. I know that to be true. So, yeah, it's just my calculating brain, I don't think, was quite calculating that how much extra work it was going to entail. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to have a really good pup at the end. Yeah, I'm thinking so. It's just getting from point A to point B with the variance in between. That's the issue. Actually, he hasn't yelped or howled. Yeah, it looks like we probably should be getting close to wrapping up the stream. Looks like I've mostly got all of my information, so I can really cruise along and get this estimate knocked out of the park now. Okay. Can you raise your boom? My bum is touching you. Oh, that's wild sentence, isn't it? Can you move your boom? My bum touch you. This process has sped up my life too, being able to switch between. That's the cheaty fast travel method. I guess I could have actually parked further up. Although I'm going to back up here and pivot and turn again. Now I can work on this back section. I mean, we did get 4 main squares out. Almost got 6. In theory, we might be close to 10,000. It's going to be a big cleanup. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. Oh, the one thing is this contract is a good contract. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I mean, this is desperate times, desperate measures. I need all the work I can get and all the extra income. But it definitely Screw it. We'll call that one good. So yeah, every little bit of it should help. I mean, it is definitely a well-needed job. It's gonna be different though. Like I'm not used to. I'm not used to doing the work myself anymore. I've had a guy working for me for 4 years, right? And then after the episode, yeah, I'm back to doing it myself. But at the same time, it means A, more money in my pocket, but B, and this is kind of a more crucial point to it all, it's not that I can't do the work. I can do the work. I know I can. I'm quite capable. I mean, I taught the other guy how to do the work. It's not that I don't know how to do it. It's just I don't know. I without shooting myself in the foot, I don't know if I did shit. Yes. I don't know if I'm necessarily slower, because I noticed the other guy when he was working for me, and I mean, I really did truly like the guy, but I did kind of tend to notice that as time went on, and specifically the last year, the projects got longer, if that makes any sense. It took more time to do the projects. Like, I'd calculate in my head, going, okay, so we do this sequence, we do this, and this. That should be like 20 hours work. And then it would take us like 35, 40 hours. And I'm going, I'm only charging, though, basically what I quoted of the 20 hours. Like, what the hell? Well, you should quote more. Well, no, it shouldn't take us more. That's the thing. Like, we got to be competitive with our money, right? Or with our time, because otherwise, how are we in competition with anybody else? Like you got to think about that. So yeah, I quote 20 hours. Another guy quoted 22. Maybe a guy quoted 18. We've all got to be within that reason. If I quote 35, well, shit, all the other ones are way lower than me, and then I'm more expensive on top of it? No, that doesn't work. Which was the massive piss off again. Like, I mean, again, I really did like the guy. He was a good guy. It's just, I think there was something else going on. I should have saw it. Maybe I should have been more observant and saw what was going on, or was able to help more. I don't know. Okay, we're done. I really need to put fuel in this thing too. We're down to 45%. I need to put fuel in the other. I need to put fuel in much needed stuff. Alright, let's do the routine now of bringing the stuff up to here for the first couple rows. And then I can just basically move it off. Well, let's see how much we get. I'm not promising the world because I really don't know. I only got 6 slots done, and that we're basically averaging. I don't even know. That's going up pretty quick. Gold map. Okay, so there's 4 or 5 still in there, and I mean there is still stuff there that we can pull out. So yeah, we're 1822 there. That one, not well. I mean, when you consider that's 14 meters. One beside it is 7. Oh, I might have not re-drilled that one. Okay, that one would be more. But yeah, no, if they're 2200 and that means we're getting 1800 ounces. Oh, that's a full pan. 1800 ounces a friggin' cleanup, right? So we're 1800 per square, times that by 6 basically, right? That we've taken 6. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much that area. So yeah, it's not bad. Alright, we do this routine again. We'll clean out some of these. or actually all of them. It's just going to be easier. Now I'm just going to flip these down here and take those. All of a sudden that's getting magical. Still saying 25%. Well, I guess it would because it's only 25% maxed on it. Going up pretty good again. I think in the end we are going to have a decent cleanup. Turn it off this time while we run down and dump it. Oh, I must have had another partial full pail before and I didn't take it. That was only 2% there. Well, look how fast it's going up again. Yes, we're going to find out. We will find out. Oh yeah, I think there was. I think I forgot to clean out the 4% of the last time. So that's why it was a bit slower. 3% or whatever the hell it was the last time. Alright, well, let's just plant those there. Okay, let's see. Alright, I can grab 2 more. Put down there. I am curious though how much we're going to get. It's definitely bigger cleanups. Alright, while I'm thinking of it, before we switch the pail over, we will put all those back on so that we're good to go for the next time. Alright, let's dump this into here. We'll get the shake and bake going. I'll run this back up the hill. Well, we're already over 3. 4. 5. Oh, made it over our 5,000 ounce mark. That definitely a hell of a lot better cleanup than we had before. So that actually pushes us up quite a bit. We're at 118 now. So we broke our 10,000 ounce mark. We're at 11,870. So if we do, and if I actually work on it after hours or whatnot, if we actually get another 5 to 6,000 ounce, that puts us up to the 17. So we're around the 97 mark. But if we get a 10,000 ounce cleanup, well, shit, that puts us all the way up to 90th. There's a couple DAs there. There's a bunch of new people here. I like that. I like the fact there's new people trying this out. Tracheos. Old Man Gaming. There's Old Man Gaming again. Cheater's down. He hasn't played in a while. It's 724,000. I mean, if you that's all you do, that's all you play the game. We play it when we can because I do have life and do work, so, and more so now than I did. So yeah, it's taking a bit more time, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm not streaming tonight because I have the community event to do, so that'll be fun. So yeah, we'll see everyone on the next stream. And if you guys are new here, been around for a while, just not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, both on YouTube and on the Kick side. On the YouTube side, it's below the video, and the house scroll in the bottom right corner. Some say he thinks gold can float, so he's going to make these gilded floating shoes, he says, and he's going to walk on water. I mean, it's going to be hilarious when he sinks, but, I mean, try to knock some sense into him and smack him upside the head, would you? And push that button. And also flip over the kick side, and also hit the follow and subscribe over there as well, as it's one of the best ways to support the channels. And yeah, we'll see everyone on the next stream.